welcome back. My name is Rose, this is Lily. We're both flowers. Fantastic.
Have you not realised that before?
No, I realised it, but it was still like about a year after we probably first met. Lily Richards, and from Unity Books, Lost in the Land of Lily. It's very nice.
Is that going to be the title now? Oh, right.
Okay. Who came up with that?
Connor.
Connor. How creative.
Connor's got illustration.
He needs a sting for that.
Can I have a sting?
Yeah, you can have a sting.
We'll make you a sting.
We can make you a
Do
sting.
other people have stings?
Nah. If you ask for a sting, we'll make you one. We'll make you one. Kai Time has a sting.
Do you want a new sting?
No.
I mean, just for now.
Not for now.
Okay,
It's alright, just go home and think about it.
We'll think about it.
I'll think about the sting.
It's quality over quantity, or...
It has never been quality over quantity on the show,
No,
and you know that.
I stopped myself halfway through that. Anyway, Lily, you brought in two very interesting books. And
Yes, along the lines of font and typography.
Now, are you a big font enthusiast?
I wasn't until I read this book.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, this computer is always in my way. It totally ruined my moment.
I'm sorry. Get another moment with
Murray
America.
Cam there. Just my type. A book about fonts by Simon Garfield.
Lovely.
Yeah. Good title. It's gotten a lot of attention. But yeah, no, I wasn't particularly aware of fonts before this, or typography at all. Like, I knew that they existed and there were different sorts.
Sometimes I was just like, fonts, okay, chill out. Like, words are words.
Not that important.
I mean, although I did see a documentary called Helvetica about Helvetica.
Fascinating.
The most boring film I've
Oh,
ever seen.
really? I think that's fascinating.
No, it was fascinating for maybe a short documentary.
Right.
For a feature-length documentary where basically it was just a graphic designer going, Helvetica sucks, and then other graphic designer go, Helvetica rules. That's pretty much what the whole documentary was. So.
Well, so he kind of takes that problem and breaks it up into small little chunks so that you deal with all the different types of fonts and all of the designers right from the beginning, where you get like typeset and you have to kind of like hand cut everything. And then the book introduces itself. It's the beginning is about a guy giving a lecture at a university, and he'd gone to a lesser university, and at the time he'd dropped out. He's a bit of a loser or whatever, and he'd decided to do a calligraphy course, because that's what losers do. And he'd decided that, you know, this wasn't going to make any difference to him one way or the other, but it ended up making a huge difference to him, because that man was Steve Jobs.
My goodness.
My God. And he ended up being the first. Like, Microsoft was the first to launch the computer with multiple fonts, you know, so and that kind of opened the door terribly to like home printing and extreme birthday invites and all sorts of things.
Pills in tea.
Yeah, Comic Sans, welcome. But this is the kind of the tone of this book. It's really conversational and really interesting.
Awesome.
And I sort of, the whole thing is, I couldn't believe how interesting it was actually, and how many instances in which font or typography have popped up in popular culture and made either a really important kind of contribution, like with things you don't even think about. Like, there's this instance with IKEA. Can you see there? The top one was what IKEA was for a number of years, and the bottom one was what they changed it to. And there were riots. People were not happy. People,
really?
Yeah,
What
their
people?
I thought
stock
Scandinavians
dropped.
were pretty low-key.
Well, it's all over the States. It's Britain and it's everywhere. So the top one is Futura, and the bottom one that they changed it to is Verdana, and they wanted continuity between their website and their stores. So they were like, oh, we'll just change it. But honestly, their stock prices dropped, people refused to buy their products. It had a huge emotional impact on people.
Futura is the font that Wes Anderson uses the most.
Yeah.
All white people love Wes
Anderson. Exactly. And some brown people.
Oh, we're quite white as well at the same time. So
it's fun on the inside.
And then this little cute little photo here, which is of a number of people, as you can tell, sitting on a field and looking at fonts from varying distances, a little bit like what that book did there, in order to figure out what would be the best font to use for road signs.
Oh, okay.
So they go and take all these fonts out for test runs and see which you could see at different distances and when they were coming closer and further away from you.
Oh, and that's the result?
Yeah, well, this is what it was going to be, the top one. Which is a
Oh,
little bit
no.
gothic for
No
my
way.
liking.
No
But see how subtle differences make
a completely different emotional reaction to it as well.
Yeah, one you're like, I trust, and the other you're like, you're taking me into
if I saw that road
murders.
sign, if I saw that road sign, I would not be trusting the A5, the A1, or the E1.
No, exactly.
Does it talk about colour? Because I once heard that Google ran 42 different tests to figure out which blue to use on their O in the Google homepage.
I never liked that
that's
blue.
nerds.
No, I don't.
Never like that blue.
Wow, it's nerds trying to figure things out by testing and not by having a graphic designer go, no, it's that one, obviously.
Well, there is a lot of testing involved, which is interesting. And then there was this, I mean, this is another case in point about how how kind of important they are, but how often under the radar they go. So in 1977, The Guardian ran this tribute on what's it called? What's Prank Day?
April Fool's Day.
April Fool's Day.
All right.
It's coming up actually. Prank Day. What am I, 50?
Put some glad wrap on the toilets. Prank Day. Yes, go on.
Oh dear. I'm having a tribute to the island of sans serif. So if you know anything about fonts,
yeah.
it's sans serif and serif fonts.
Buzzing.
And all of the places on the islands were various names in the world of typography.
Funny.
Such an interesting book. I swear to God, I could not put this down.
I am actually, I very much want to read that book.
Ooh.
Oh, I know. I really want to read it. $1 million question. What is the book? Font and written.
Oh, he does talk about that, and it'll be in here somewhere.
Looks like a Garamond. No, I'm kidding.
I was going to say Times New Roman.
No, it looks like, no, not Times New Roman. It's definitely not.
This will get people coming back after the break. I'll find out.
Whoa!
And I'll tell you.
Let's
How's
go to,
that?
that's very good. Let's go to video, and I reckon hit us up on the app. Favorite fonts? I'd like to know.
Please.
If you can pick our font as well, I'll prize for you.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even know our font.
It
There
might
are
not be.
heaps in there,
It's the U Live part. I don't think it's the facebook.com/tvnew part. It's the U part and what we use in like our promos and stuff.
Head to facebook.com/tvnzu. We're going to be back with more things about typography. But yeah, what's your poison? Kills NT, Comic Sans,
Snap ITC.
Arial?
Do you remember Snap ITC?
Carlson.
I'll
Carlson's my
I'll bring up
favourite.
Snap ITC. It'll freak you
Chiller.
out.
What video should we go to?
Nervous by Pikachu.
Cool.
No,
No, we're in the second part.
We are in the second part of yours.
completely lost.
This is all our
It's
fault.
confusing.
We're very sorry.
Right, okay, so this is the other thing I want to talk about, which is an annual about typography. It's on the typography theme. This is put out by the Type Directors Club, and they collect a whole lot of fonts and run a whole lot of competitions during the year. Some of them are student-based, some of them are design-based, and they range all over the show. So it's like product development, logos, also like artistic things that'll make absolutely no sense, things you can't read, things you can, posters. Have a look at that cover though, because that is really beautiful.
It is really beautiful.
Every year it's designed by a different firm. So you can see, I think this is Moto Design Firm. And you can see the little pandas and like carp and stuff are made into letters there. Very clever. And I just wanted to show you a few examples from within the book, because I found this, like, I kind of have a slight problem with coffee table books being pointless, but this one is more of like an inspiration board, and it's got some really beautiful designs. It's also got a lot of book stuff in there, which clearly is important to me. So there's a huge section on book covers. Aren't they pretty?
It's really
like
pretty.
Finn and Tom Sawyer. And then I was quite taken by this wine bottle. Maybe because it's wine. But this is about Tilly Devine. This is an Australian wine, and it won the corporate logo award thing. Can you see that clearly enough?
Yeah.
It's actually, the wine's called Tilly Devine, and you might know that there's that Underbelly series, The Razor, that was about Tilly Devine. So she's was a crime boss in Australia.
There's another wine bottle called the Cover Drive, which is kind of like faded yellows and greens, and it uses the whole label, not just like a logo and a border. And it really gets you when you're looking at the wine labels, which is just like books. The cover actually is really, really important.
It does. It sort of makes the wine taste better as well if
Completely.
the cover is beautiful. Yeah, so this is a slightly more expensive book, kind of more designy, but it's something that you come back to and get inspiration from. Beautiful kind of logo if you're looking to design anything in terms of your business or whatever. If you don't want to know what direction to take your business in, this is a good book to look at.
Melissa's saying, nerd alert, my favourite font is Baskerville, not the Microsoft version, Baskerville Old Face. Wait, not the Microsoft version, Baskerville Old Face.
Nice.
Okay. Were you going to tell us what font our U Live is in?
Helvetica New Bold.
And this is in Sabon. And in terms of talking about what font is what, if you want to find out what font you are, there's this awesome website that you can go and check it out. It's in the Just My Type book. Simon Garfield talks about it. And it's kind of this creepy Freudian type analyst that you sit down and talk to, and you answer a number of questions. But it's very well done, and actually quite insightful. And the fonts that they come up with at the end, they'll characterise your character really and tell you what font it most typifies. And you can research that font a little bit more. But
I
it's
did
beautiful.
it, and I can. What was mine? It was some sort of thing. Tim, if you could take my IVGA. I've posted the link as a featured comment on the ULive app, so if you want to head to facebook.com/tvnzu, you can copy and paste it off my featured comments. There's cool link. This is it. It's very cool.
This is your analyst.
Yeah, and you kind of answer a number of questions.
He's quite rough with you as well. Like he's kind of like, come on, we can't wait.
Starts spinning around in the chair.
Yeah.
So yeah, head there, pentagram.com/what type are you with many a dash in between. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I'm very, very interested in getting that. Do you have this at the store? The store?
Yes, we have 2 of those at the store.
I might get one actually before I go to Melbourne. Good reading.
Good reading.
Good reading. Good plain reading. Just my type. Book by
Simon
Garfield. And I like how his last name is Garfield.
And Typography 32.
Yes, beautiful
the
books.
computer is giant. All right.
Very, very heavy book there. Nice. Lily, thank you so much for coming in.
Pleasure, as always.
Hopefully you have a lovely week. See you in the month.
Oh, bye.
Bye.
We're going to go to Nervous by Pikachu, which we didn't play in its entirety last time. We're going to do it in its entirety this time. I promise. Don't you like this song?
Are you just going to do it from where you cut it off?
No, we'll go from the start.
You're all going to suffer because of Tim's mistake.
I'm so sorry, man.
Yeah.